Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video I'm going to do my best smartphone picks from the price range of rupees 20,000 to 40,000 available in India, and we are doing this in August of 2018. So maybe again I will do this at the end of the year if the situation changes. And I'm very happy to say that finally now in India we have some very good smartphones around even the 20,000 price point. Earlier that was not the case. Generally you had to go around the 30,000 price point, but now we do have some. So let's go over it. And these are smartphones for users that want a little bit more powerful processor, maybe a better camera, and you want to spend a little bit more. So let's start with this. And the first pick for around 20,000, and this is a new entrant, and I think so this has shaken up the industry in terms of pricing, and that phone is the Honor Play. Why I say it has shaken up the industry is that because now we are getting the flagship Huawei's processor, that's the HiSilicon Kirin 970 SoC in this one, and this is priced at just 20,000. It comes with this notch design, so it looks modern. It comes with a good 6.3 inch screen. It's not an AMOLED screen, guys, but a good IPS LCD screen, and I'm actually really impressed with this phone at the price point of 20,000. Yes, with the 20,000 price point, you just get the 4GB RAM variant, but again, even the 4GB RAM variant works actually very well because the Emotion UI that is used is optimized. Also, I like the fact that it comes with 64GB of internal storage. So storage is also not limited. Yes, there is also another variant that comes with 6GB of RAM. But again, for 20,000 rupees, I feel as of now in India, this is the best bang for the buck. One compromise I feel with this phone is that the rear-facing camera is not as good as some of the other Honor smartphones, and I think so they have done this intentionally. Otherwise, it would have cannibalized the sales of Honor 10 because the Honor 10 also actually has the same processor. So at 20,000 rupees, if rear-facing camera, I would say in artificial lighting conditions is not your highest priority, you simply can't go wrong with this Honor Play. Next, if we move to a price point of about 21,000, this is also a phone by Huawei, not Honor, its sister company, and that's the Huawei Nova 3i. This comes with the new Kirin 970 SoC. Yes, it's not as powerful as the Kirin 970 used on this one. So in processor, it's not very powerful, but that also comes with 6.3 inch screen. And I would say go with this smartphone only if your highest criteria is the camera. The camera is the main focus of this smartphone. It comes with the rear dual camera setup, and even the front facing camera has a dual camera setup. So if camera is your highest priority around the 21,000 price point, the Huawei Nova 3i, I believe this is being sold in India via Amazon. Next, I was going to recommend the Nokia 7 Plus, but I checked the pricing of the Nokia 7 Plus. Still, it's priced at around 24 to 25,000, and for that price point, I simply cannot recommend this Nokia 7 Plus. Yes, it's still a good phone, comes with Android One, but I feel at this price point, it's simply way overpriced. And now this, what do you say, the Honor Play at 20,000, it has a way better processor. It just changes the equation. I would say if you still want Android One device, you can go with the Xiaomi's Mi A2 that is priced at around 17,000. So that might be a better bet, value for money, instead of this Nokia 7 Plus. Nokia really needs to release some new devices because at this price point, this is just not justified, I would say. Now, moving to another option is that if your budget is around 26,000 or even say around 27,000, these are smartphones that were the flagships of last year, but now the price has fallen. And my first pick would be the Nokia 8. It comes with the Snapdragon 835 SoC and the dual camera setup. And this is being sold in India as of now for around 26,000. So you can have a look at this. The Snapdragon 835 is still a very powerful processor. So you can't go wrong at that price point with this one. And also the LG G6, which I had reviewed last year, its price has also now fallen down to about 28,000. So I would say in terms of camera, I would say the LG G6 is slightly better than this Nokia 8. So at 28,000, if your price point and camera is your highest priority, I would say you can even go with the LG G6. That also comes with the Snapdragon 835 SoC. Yes, it's almost 1 year old SoC, but again, guys, still very fast and will beat in performance to the Snapdragon 660 and other SoCs that we are seeing. Now let's move to the price point of 30,000. If you have a price point of 30,000, my first pick would be the Asus Zenfone 5Z. I just reviewed it last month, and it's a fabulous phone. It comes with the latest Qualcomm chipset, that's the Snapdragon 845. You simply can't can't go wrong with it. The performance is very good. Even the base variant comes with 6 gigabytes of RAM and 64 GB of internal storage. It also has a hybrid slot, so you can expand the storage if you're just using a single SIM. And it also has actually good battery life. And in terms of audio, I would say this one performs very, very well. It has stereo speakers, which is not to be found in any other smartphone in this segment. So in terms of audio, the audio experience is actually really good, and also the audio via the headphone jack is actually really good in the overall, I would say it provides value for money. The only con with the Asus Zenfone 5G is that the dual camera setup, the second one is a wide angle lens, and that wide angle lens is interesting, but again, if you use it in artificial light, indoor light, the wide angle lens performance is actually not that great. So that's what it is. But at 30,000 rupees, I would say my pick would be the Asus Zenfone 5G, Snapdragon 845. The performance of the phone was very good. You can't go wrong. Again, check out my full in-depth review for the details, pros and cons. And now this is an odd choice. If you're pricing this is Honor 10. As you can see, this is priced at 33,000. Prior to the Honor Play and other like Honor View 10, I would have recommended this phone, but now looks like Honor is cannibalizing themselves. Now this is priced at 33,000. It's a good phone having the Kirin 970 SoC, which we have seen even in the Honor Play. Overall performance is good, and highlight of this one is the styling. As I would say, it looks, if you are a person who does not want a very big phone, this has a relatively small screen, 5.8 inch screen, so it fits easily in a hand. And camera is your highest priority, you can go with this. This is priced at 33,000. So that's my pick. And then if your budget is about 35,000, you might have expected, I would recommend the OnePlus 6. Simply you can't go wrong even with this device. The Snapdragon 845 SoC, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 64 GB of internal storage. Yes, you can't expand the storage because no micro SD card slot. So that's the con with this, because if you want to go to the upper end variant that comes with 128 gigabytes of storage, the pricing is actually pretty high. I would say 40,000 rupees. But yeah, you have the OnePlus 6 at 35,000. I still love the Oxygen OS. It's very fast, no lag whatsoever, and OnePlus is also being actually good now with Android updates and monthly security update cycle. So at 35,000, I would recommend this one. The cons of this one is that in terms of camera performance, they haven't improved the camera performance a lot compared to the OnePlus 5T that we saw last year. Now, if we move to the budget of to about 40,000 rupees, I would recommend this. This is the LG G7 Plus. Thank you. And man, what a device for 40,000. This is a true flagship device for 40,000. Why I say it's a true flagship? Because none of the other devices actually have these features. For example, it has IP68 certification. That means if it falls into water, and it's also dust protected. For example, I was carrying this in when I was traveling to New York, and it started pouring and the phone got wet and nothing happened. So IP protection is actually very important. That is there on this. Apart from that, it also has advanced features like wireless charging, and also one of the best headphone jacks that you can get in the market. Even it will amplify if you have very heavy headphones. So it is a very powerful phone, and again it comes with flagship specs like the Snapdragon 845 chipset. And the good thing is that the variant that is being sold in India is the premium variant. This comes with 6 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of internal storage, and also it supports a micro SD card hybrid slot if you want to still expand the storage. So for 40,000, you simply can't go wrong with this. And also in terms of camera, I would say the camera is spectacular on this device. It might beat actually in most of the situations all the other smartphones that I have mentioned. So if camera is your highest priority, and also it has that wide angle camera lens, so it's a true flagship that LG is offering at 40,000 rupees. Things that I don't like about this device is still the UI. LG continues to use the silly UI. I call it cartoony UI. So you got to get used to it. But again, in terms of performance, I found no issues with this smartphone. The performance is very fast, laggy, no lag so whatsoever. And I was actually very worried about the battery on this one. But I've been using this one for the last couple of days. And yes, I would say the battery life is actually good. It'll last for a typical working day for most users. But yeah, on a very heavy day, if you're mostly out heavily using the phone, you might have to top top it up in the evening. But again, it does support quick charging, so you are sort of covered. So definitely at 40,000 rupees, I would recommend the LG G7 Plus. So guys, these were my picks for the smartphones ranging from rupees 20,000 to 40,000 in the Indian market. And apart from this, I would say Xiaomi is also rumored to come out with a new smartphone, that is the Poco phone. It's supposed to be a gaming smartphone. They're supposed to launch that in this month. Let's see at what price point they launch it. Apart from that, I have one more suggestion around the 29,000-30,000 rupees. That is the Honor View 10. That was also actually a good phone. So guys, that's it for now for this video. Again, if you are still not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you with my next video. Take care, guys.